Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video of my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over the NBA game for Thursday, June 24th, 2021. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in these games, you have to join my Patreon. My picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the games. I have here game 3 between the Suns and the Clippers. We're going to be in Los Angeles. There is potential gossip of CP3 or Chris Paul joining the squad. If that's the case, I'm going to feel bad for the Clippers. They might not have a chance in this one. But I'm going to be watching that. It's going to be the bigger news. If Chris Paul plays this game, it's going to change my opinion on the numbers. If Chris Paul doesn't play this game, it'll probably change my way of thinking when it comes to the numbers. And I can come up with numbers for both sides. So we're going to look at that. We got my daily numbers on this side, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. My game numbers on this side, the away team up top here, their coach's record, their season record, their postseason record, head-to-head records in the middle, home team at the bottom, their season record, their postseason record, their coach's record. So if Clippers were going to win this game, it would definitely be advantage to them to not have CP3 playing this game. I'll tell you that much because I think Suns would be a lot better even without numbers with CP3. But the NBA is so funky. If you think of the most cartoonish, most outlandish outcome you can think of for an NBA game, that's most likely what's going to happen. That's just the NBA right now. They're just real cartoonish. But for the Clippers, if Clippers to win this game, I talked about this in last picks preview video. Suns have some numbers going against them on this day. We have it the 14th day of the 4th month, the 103rd day of the Hebrew religious. The Suns, they can get their 24th loss for the season. 24 sums to 103. And they would also become 10-3 postseason while they get their 144th postseason loss as a team overall. So they'd get their 24th loss. 24 sums to 103 as they become 10-3 postseason for this season this year, as they pick up their 144th postseason loss all time. 14th day of the 4th month, like 144, the 103rd day of the Hebrew religious year. Clippers coach, it's the 77th postseason game, and Clippers can sit on 77 postseason losses with the win. Them playing at home, Staples Center sums to 77, and 77 sums to 175, and it will be the 175th day on the Gregorian. So there's some interesting numbers here. What else? Clippers, it's their 44th home game. This could go against the Suns. 44 sums to 144. We just bring that number back up. Emphasis on Clippers being the number 4 seed, their 44th home game. And you can go on from there. It is the 71st NBA playoff game. It is a day with 71 date numerology on the Gregorian. 71 also sums to 144. And what else? 56 win, 56-32. Yeah, 35 date numerology on the Gregorian. 35 sums to 56. Clippers, they can get their 56th win for this season. It's their actually game 3. If we look ahead, or excuse me, this is game 3. And game 4, if we look ahead, game 4 would be the 73rd NBA playoff game. Game 4 will be played on a day with 73 date numerology. 73 is the 21st prime number, And so in the 73rd NBA playoff game on a day with 73 date numerology, uh, the series can be 2-1 heading into that game, like 21. And that's if Clippers win Game 3. They can drop the Suns down 2-1 like 21 heading into Game 4 on a day with 73 date numerology, the 21st prime, which will be the 73rd NBA playoff game to go with. So plenty of numbers there for Clippers to go ahead and take Game 3. But let's go ahead and look at the numbers for Suns to take Game 3. What if Suns continue on this hot streak? I actually am kind of thinking Suns might sweep the Clippers. There is a narrative for that, so let's look at that. Suns, they can go up on the series 3-0, like 30, with the win. The number 30 sums to 62, and sums to 62 and 35, and Suns would get their 62nd win for the season as they up the series 3-0, like 30, on a day with 35 date numerology on the Gregorian. 30 sums to 35 and 62. Suns up the series 3-0, get their 62nd win. The Suns are on a 9-game winning streak right now. They can get their 10th win in a row as they get their 29th away win. 29, the 10th prime number. This will be the 10th postseason head-to-head matchup between these two teams, and Clippers would sit on 55 wins for the season, which is the 10th triangular number as well as the 10th Fibonacci number. 55, 10, and 10. And then the 144, it being the 14th day of the 4th month on the Hebrew religious, it could just be as easy as the Suns getting their 144th postseason win. You know, they're 143 right now, so technically that 144 can go either way in favor for the Suns. I mean, it makes me a little nervous because they got that 10-3 here and that 24. They get their 24th loss. This is the 4 seed versus the 2 seed, like 42 or 24, however you want to look at it. But staying on the 24th topic, the Clippers, they can fall 2-4 like 24 head to head against the Suns for the season. So the 24 could manifest here. So they'd be 2-4 or 4-2. This being the Suns' 42nd away game, the 2 seed versus the 4 seed. So it can go that way as well. What else? Clippers would sit on 30 home wins as Suns up the series 3-0, like 30. 30 sums to 62. Suns would get their 62nd win to go with. And Game 4, if we look at Game 4, Game 4 does have a date numerology of 73. Game 4 will be the 73rd NBA playoff game. 73 is the 21st prime. Clippers could drop the series 2-1 heading into that game. However, Suns can become 7-3 head-to-head against the Clippers postseason heading into that game. So if Clippers win Game 3, if Suns win Game 3, they'd be 7-3 head-to-head against Clippers heading into the 73rd NBA playoff game on the 73rd, on a day with 73 date numerology. It'll be a day with 73 and 37 date numerology. And from the Clippers side, they would be 3-7 postseason head-to-head against Suns heading into that game. Now, the only way I think the Suns can sweep the Clippers, and the only way it would happen is if Suns win Game 3, they'd be 62-23 for a season record. And then if they go into Game 4 and win Game 4, they would be 63-23 for a season record. Well, 63-23 is the 823rd prime number. 823 mathematically is the 143rd prime number. So basically the Suns can become 63-23, which mathematically breaks down to 143, as the Suns sit on 143 postseason losses. They would get their 145th if they sweep the Clippers on Saturday and advance into the NBA Finals, which it being the 75th NBA season. 75 sums to 145, as well as 55, and Clippers would continue to be sitting on 55 wins for the season. I think that's about it. Also, the Phoenix Suns Phoenix Suns sums to 164. The Phoenix Suns advanced into the Western Conference Finals on the 164th day of the Gregorian year. Well, Game 4 will be played on the 16th day of the fourth month for the Hebrew religious, like 164, where Suns, assuming they win Game 3, could potentially sweep Clippers and advance into the NBA Finals. Um, there's some numbers there for it. Definitely some numbers there for it. It's the 63-23 that gets me. So if Suns win Game 3 and go 62-23, I think they're definitely going to win Game 4 and go 63-23, which mathematically breaks down to 143, and they'd be sitting on that 143 postseason losses with the win. They would get their 145th to advance, and it would actually set the Suns up to potentially become 16-4 in the playoffs this year. Right now they're 10-2. If they sweep the Clippers, they would be 12-2 heading into the NBA Finals, and all they would need is 4 more wins and 2 more losses, and they would become 16-4. Of course, Phoenix Suns sums to 16-4, 164, and then they would be winning the NBA Finals. So there's that. So there's both sides. There's both sides for Game 3 to look at, as well as some potential future numbers to look at. And I wish you guys the best of luck. Hopefully this video helps. Thank you for watching.